Hello everyone, this is Thomas Kinkade and welcome to Indy Excitement. My new painting celebrates the Centennial Era of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The Indy 500 has really become an American tradition. I think I first got introduced to the spectacle of the Indy 500 as a young boy. I remember very distinctly listening to the voice of Jim McKay as I watched the race unfolding on the Wide World of Sports show. This had become an annual tradition of boyhood because my brother and I looked forward to Memorial Day every year and the chance to watch the Indy 500 on TV. The names of the sport became legendary. A.J. Foyt, Al Unser, and countless others who laid their lives on the line to race this track in front of thousands and thousands of spectators. The excitement of the Indy 500 was so engaging that I dreamed as a young boy of getting a chance to visit the race in person. Little did I realize that years later I would have the chance to visit the Speedway, not as a mere spectator, but as a participant in the racing event itself. It's been a tremendous honor to be selected as the Centennial Era artist for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The track was originally completed in 1909, so 2009 marks the 100th anniversary of the track's completion. To prepare for my centennial painting, I had the chance to actually visit the track and set to work sketching right on the famous brickyard starting line. As I stood upon the track, you could almost envision the cars racing by at tremendous speed. I climbed into the bleachers and looked at the view from various vantage points. I discovered that from certain angles you could actually see the skyline of the city of Indianapolis in the distance. Of course, I wanted to feature the famous pagoda building, which has become somewhat of a landmark in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway tradition. And the newest structure is a technical marvel, allowing a perfect vantage point for media and track officials. Of course, the colorful race cars, the flying flags, and the crowd itself suggest an entire palette of color ranges. The bleachers and stadium seating stretches into the distance as we see the afternoon light getting more radiant. I envision clouds that are billowing above the horizon and even a rainbow coming into view. Along pit row, we see vintage vehicles suggesting the different eras of the Indy 500, including cars that were driven by famous champions of the past. Coming down home stretch, we see the race cars of the current-day Indy 500 era. See if you can pick out some of your favorite drivers as you see the pack driving by. Of course, anyone who knows my work knows that I enjoy putting tribute details into each painting. This painting features several hidden ends as a tribute to my wife, Nanette. I tried to suggest a sense of afternoon light on the landscape itself. And of course, as you dim the lights on this painting, that effect becomes even more radiant. As you bring the lights back up, it is as though you can change the time of day, suggesting different moods on the painting depending on the lighting effect used. The crowd features a number of diverse characters, including some famous faces you might notice. I had fun with all the colors in the painting. The great thing about the Indy 500 is the colors and spectacle are part of the energy of the moment. Of course, the scene is alive with a sense of pageantry. I tried to suggest that through the cheering crowd and the very intense use of color. Of course, as in all my paintings, the goal I have as an artist is to capture those exciting and special moments of life on canvas and share them with others. If you have had the chance to visit the Indy 500 in person, or perhaps if you're one of those like me who has always longed to have the chance to go, then I hope my painting, Indy Excitement, will give you that sense of being there in person. This is Thomas Kinkade thanking you for sharing the light with Indy Excitement.